Coming up on Look Today, well, representatives from the local construction industry met with school counselors to discuss the need for skilled labor. I've got details. And nominations for the 2018 High School Musical Theater Awards were announced today at Proctors. Got those details. Plus, a forum addressing the opioid crisis will take place tomorrow. 2 locations. I've got those details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. I'm J. Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Robert Bradley. He's District Vice President of Events for the Northeastern District of the Barbershop Harmony Society. And we're joined by Amanda Metzger. She's Marketing Director for Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce and the CVB. And they're here to talk about a very exciting competition and concert event taking place at Lake George Junior and Senior High School this Friday night, Saturday, and Saturday evening. I also sit down with Patricia Nugent. She's the editor of a new book called Before They Were Our Mothers. And we're joined by Joyce Hunt Boyer. She's a writer who contributed to the book. And they're here to talk about this very unique story and an upcoming reading that's happening May 12 at Northshire Bookstore right here in Saratoga. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, representatives of the local construction industry met with school counselors from the CTE of BOCES to discuss the need for skilled workers in our community. Now, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the United States has 158,000 unfilled construction jobs. Well, Sonny Bonaccio from Bonaccio Construction addressed the tour on behalf of the Saratoga Builders Association, and we spoke to Sonny.
I mean, right now we have a shortage of labor in the construction industry, and it's going to continue. So we see a 10 to 15 year continuation of looking for plumbers and heaters and framers and electricians. And through the BOCES program, you know, the kids are in there. It's just it's the old thing, how do you link the job with the person? Now,
Sonny, by the way, was also the recipient recently of a national award in recognition in his industry, in the construction industry. I'm going to have a comment about that in the Lookout at the end of the program tonight. In other news, well, nominations for the 2018 High School Musical Theater Awards were revealed today at Proctors. Well, 23 schools participated in the second annual contest with productions judged on a variety of criteria in a dozen different categories. Now, some of the nominated students are from schools right here in the Tri-North counties, including Ballston Spa, Queensbury, and Hudson Falls. This is very exciting. Now, the awards ceremony is scheduled for May 19 at Proctors Theater in Schenectady, and Best Actor and Actress winners are going to go to the Jimmy Awards, compete there for the National High School Musical Theater Awards. That happens in New York City in June. Congratulations to everyone. Switching from news to weather. Spring finally here? Sure felt like it today. Let's see how the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Sponsor with your first look weather update on Look TV. Well, here's our national satellite and radar from earlier today. You have this huge stretch of clouds bringing the severe threat eventually into parts of the central and southern plains. Here's an area of storms from earlier moving into parts of southeast Canada. So we've been dry for now. We've had that low pressure departing into the western Atlantic and impacting part of the Canadian Maritime. So a beautiful weather day for the last 24 hours or so. Is that going to continue into your Thursday? Well, for now, we have this new trough of low pressure. Here comes a stationary front and a cold front from the northwest. It will eventually arrive into portions of the New England area, and that's going to spawn eventually some stormy weather. May see a few storms overnight, 61 the expected low. We're going to experience a 40 to 50% chance of thunderstorms with our out-the-door forecast between 7 and 9 a.m. and temperatures generally in the mid to upper 60s. We'll eventually have a 40 to 50% chance of thunderstorms for the Tri-North counties, the Capital District, with a high of 80 degrees and a southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Likely chance to storms Friday, and we'll see cooler weather behind our next cold front, but still nice. Mid to upper 60s for Saturday and Sunday with sunshine, lows down into mid 40s. 30% chance of a new shower threat on Monday. That was your weather update here on Look TV. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence. And back to the news. There's an important story here. The Community Coalition for Family Wellness is presenting a forum on the opioid pandemic. And it's scheduled for tomorrow, South Glens Falls High School. The forum is hosted by Assemblywoman Carrie Werner. Now, we spoke to James Norton from the Community Coalition.
It's a community forum. It's being hosted by Assemblywoman Carrie Werner, and it's going to have several speakers who've worked with our coalition through the past few years to develop the primary prevention programs. So medication disposal, in-school education, drug driving enforcement, and introducing medical treatment to remote locations, especially in rural areas. So there's been a lot of community forums. We've done a few in the past about the issue, but we really are trying to do one that's more about the solutions.
Boy, you have to raise awareness for this pandemic, not epidemic, pandemic. Scary sometimes, huh? All right, up next, I sit down with Robert Bradley. He's District Vice President of Events, Northeastern District of the Barbershop Harmony Society. And we're joined by Amanda Metzger. She's the Marketing Director for Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce and the CVB. They're here to talk about a very exciting competition and concert event that's taking place at Lake George Junior and Senior High School this Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday evening. Plus, I also sit down with Patricia Nugent. She's editor of an interesting book called Before They Were Our Mothers. And we're joined by Joyce Hunt Boyer. Now, she's a writer who contributed to the book, and they're here to talk about this very unique story and an upcoming reading that's happening May 12th, North Shire Bookstore, right here in Saratoga. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline, 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. I got a couple of lookouts for tonight. First, one has to go to Sonny Bonaccio, brother from another mother. He's shy. He won't come on to talk about a national award that he just won for excellence in his industry. So I just want to acknowledge that. And today, Sonny really did a wonderful job in talking to the people at BOCES about the need to develop skilled labor in our market. Nothing is more important to the well-being of a community. One sidebar, though, he did have a sort of an interesting piece of advice on how to eat a hamburger. I don't think I'm going to repeat it on air, but maybe he needs a little work on that one. The other one goes to Philip Morris and his team at Proctors. I don't think there's an organization more powerful in our community than the Proctors organization in helping people develop their artistic talents and ability. And as many of us would agree, nothing contributes to the well-being more in a community than to allow the individuals to express themselves in a positive manner. So congratulations to Philip and his gang as well. Hey, tonight on Look TV, Saratoga City Council meeting. It's a new one, so you want to catch that. And also just one last reminder about the opioid forum. There are two of them in our community tomorrow. One is at South Glens Falls High School, and the other is at SUNY Adirondack. This is a pandemic. We need to know more about this. We've got to fix this one, all right? Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.